Hi, my name's Al and today I'm going to show you how to convert your regular mountain bike rim into a tubeless setup using a Stan's no tubes kit. You're going to need a few items to make the conversion. You're going to need the Stan's tubeless kit, which basically comprises of your sealant and your rim strip. It's important that you get the right kit for your rim because the strips are different widths. Check on the Stan's website to see which kit that you need. Going to need some plastic tyre levers, don't use metal ones. Going to need a drill with a 10mm drill bit. Going to need a tyre, preferably a tubeless ready one. It's going to seat a lot better. You may get away with a regular tyre, but this is going to do the job much better. Going to need a way of pumping up your new tubeless setup. Now a compressor is ideal, but it's a bit unrealistic for the home DIY mechanic, so a mountain bike specific pump such as this with a large chamber will do a good job of seating the tyre for you. And finally, going to need some soapy water and a sponge. Okay, to start off we're going to take the tyre and the tube off the wheel. You see here that we've already got a rim strip in place. It's usual when you fit in a kit that you would leave this in place. The only reason why you would remove it is if the tyre was exceptionally tight. Normally though, it's a case of actually building up the bed of the rim to create a tight fit between the tyre and your new rim strip that you're going to fit. That's how you get it to seal properly. In order for the valve to sit properly against the rim, then we're going to have to drill through the inner wall. So the first wall of the rim, not this side, so just the rim bed. We're going to use a 10mm drill bit. This won't affect the rim. We can still use it with a tube should we wish. It just allows the valve to seat properly. It just opens it up. Once we've drilled through the first wall of the rim, so just through the bed here, then we need to remove any swarf just to make sure there's no bits of metal caught in there. You might want to run a file through there just to make sure there's no burrs. Okay, to fit the rim strip, bit of soapy water on the rim. Get our rim strip covered in soapy water, pop it through the valve hole, fit the lock ring and fit the strip. This needs to sit centrally in the rim. And evenly all the way around. The strip needs to sit tight to the bead of the rim, so just underneath the hooked lip, which shouldn't sit proud over it. So you need to go around both sides of the rim, making sure that this is the case. Next step is to fit the tyre. So we need more soapy water, soak the rim up, and the tyre beads. Make sure you've got your tyre orientation the right way, because you don't want to be doing this more than once. Fit the first bead of the tyre. Not that easy with soapy hands. Then start to fit the second bead. The don't fit it all the way around because now we're going to add our sealants. Okay, the key thing with the sealant is, as with many things in life, the preparation. So let's give it a really good shake. If you shake it upside down, make sure all the little bits of rubber are going to get in the fluid, because that's what's going to help to seal any punctures. In a tyre of this size, you're going to need between 1.5 and 2 cups of sealant. Pour it in there, turn your wheel around, and then we can see the rest of the bead. Okay, with the second bead in place, we're ready to attempt to inflate the tyre. Okay, so before we inflate the tyre onto the rim, we need to soap up the tyre, so it'll help it to slip into place. And then we can get on with the hard work. If you find that it's hard to seat the tyre, there are a couple of tricks that you can do. If you remove the valve core using a valve core removal tool or a pair of pliers, that will help you to put more air in with each stroke of the pump. Other things that you can do are to build up the rim tape that you've got beneath your rim strip. So some thick cloth rim tape will help to pad it out, make the tyre a tighter fit, and that will mean that it will inflate much more easily. Inflate the tyre to 40 psi. Stands don't recommend going any higher than that. And then we can go on to the next step just to make sure it is properly seated and it's not leaking air. Okay, so it's important to check that the tyre is seated properly on the rim. So have a look around the edge and you should see on most tyres there'll be a line. Just make sure that that sits evenly around the rim all the way around. It's a good indicator that it's seated properly. And then we need to distribute the sealant. So just going to grab the tyre, give the wheel a good shake, and this will help to spread the sealant around the walls of the tyre. If you see any leaks coming through the soap that you've put on, you'll see bubbles appear. If you put the leak at the bottom, at the 6 o'clock position, and give the wheel a good wiggle there, then the sealant should do its job and seal the hole. When you're happy that there aren't any leaks, it's a good idea to grab your wheel and put it on a bucket or a box, something like this that will keep it flat. And just leave it for 5 minutes on each side. That will help the sealant to seal around the rim and should help prevent leaks. Okay, so once you're happy that you haven't got any leaks there, then inflate the tyre to whatever pressure you want to ride at. Remember, stands don't recommend going over 40 psi, but you're not going to want to anyway. About 35 or less is all you need to go. Fit them back on your bike, and the best way to make sure they are properly sealed is to ride it, which is nice. So get out there and have a ride. Thanks for watching, cheers, see you later.